This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks are 5-1 on the season. They're on top of the Eastern Conference. And they're looking to extend their 3-game winning streak to a 4-game winning streak as they face the Toronto Raptors tonight at Madison Square Garden, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to be in for a treat of a game because the Raptors always come tough. But we're going to break this down. Thank you for joining us on the Game Day pregame show. And for the most up-to-date sports content and betting odds, make sure you check out the Game Day. The link is in the description of this video. You can also check out their YouTube page. That link is in the description of this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to their YouTube channel. I'll also put a link in the YouTube chat and pin it to the top of the chat so you can check them out after the show. TheGameDay.com, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go check them out. We got Tony Crone in the building. We got Isaiah. We got Steph. We're going to go ahead and get things rocking, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. Tony, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
What's good, Sim? Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. Yo, Black, it's time. I'm good, man. Looking for 4-game winning streak. And seeing if we can, sustain it.
Yeah.
Sustain it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. See what we can do. Isaiah, what's popping, man?
Yeah, Sam, you got money now, man. We doing sponsors. I like the money pouring in. I hear ching, ching, ching.
Well, I mean, if somebody was doing Cooking with Chef Zay, I could have maybe got a sponsorship with Adobo.
First of all,
with Goya. Let me not say Adobo, with Goya or somebody, but
Don't start that because we're doing a Cooking with Chef Zay. It's coming real soon. Don't you worry about it.
You've been saying that for the last 6 months. But anyway, go ahead, man. Tell us what's up. Say what's up.
Now, everything's good, man. Can't complain, Sam. You know what? 75 years. This was literally the first ever NBA game. And let's keep it going, man. Let's get this 4-game winning streak going.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's do it. Steph, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Shout out to you, Sim, the panel, the chat. Looking forward to this win, but also looking forward to us getting better at just holding on to leads as well.
Yeah, that's
if we get one.
Yeah. Right. That's a big key right there, holding on to the lead. I think that's a huge key because not every single game we've seen this season, but in a few of our games, we've had double-digit leads, and we let it slip. Now, I do think the NBA is a little bit different than it was years ago. You get a double-digit lead, teams are hitting three-pointers like crazy. The game is faster. So, a 10, 13, 14-point lead, it's not the same, right? I can remember back in the day when the Knicks didn't have any kind of an offense, when it was Ewing and Oakley and Starks and all those guys. And if you were down 10, if the Knicks were down 10, it felt like you were down 20 because you didn't know if they could score enough points to get back in the game. You know what I mean? But if the Knicks were up 10, their defense was so good, it seemed like the opposing team was down 20. It's a little bit different nowadays, but I would like to see us hold on to those leads.
Especially the big ones, like 36 points. Or 26 points.
Right. Right, without a doubt. Now, before we even get into anything, I do want to take a look at the injury report. Okay, for the New York Knicks, of course, Nerlens Noel, he's questionable for tonight. So that's maybe upgraded. Normally he was out. He's questionable. For the Toronto Raptors, Scotty Barnes is doubtful. I was looking forward to seeing him play. Doesn't look like he's going to play. He's doubtful. Pascal Siakam, he's out with a left shoulder injury. So they're not playing at full strength. And still, what's their record? Are they 4-3 right now, I believe?
Yeah, they're 4-3.
4-3. Yeah, so, they're still a tough team. They're a very tough team. They're tough defensively. They have a tough mindset. And they're a team that when they do get Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam back, they may be able to make some noise in the NBA. But this is another game because you have a guy like Scotty Barnes who, although he's a rookie, has been playing very well for them. Playing very well, and he's a big part of what they're doing right now. It's another game where we got to say, hey, let's not overlook these guys, right? Because against New Orleans, against New Orleans, we should have blew that team out. We had a 13, 14-point lead. Maybe we had as much as a 16-point lead. I don't know. We should have easily extended it to 25, and it should have never come down to, a minute and 40 seconds left, and it's 111-109. Should have never came down to that. Now, am I glad that we got to see R.J. Barrett take over? Yep. I love that we got to see R.J. Barrett take over. But that game should not have come down to that. This team is better, even with some of their key players out. This team is better. I still don't think they should have enough to beat us. You know what I mean? So, Steph, just your initial thoughts with those guys being out.
This is a game we should win, but this is why the games are played, because you may have the advantage on paper and then get in the game and things change, So we have the advantage, I think, as far as our roster. It's going to come down to, are we hitting shots? Are we defending? Are we sharing the ball? A lot of internal things. And we got to get better at that, so that we can kind of close these guys out early.
Yeah. Tony, any thoughts? Anything you want to add to that?
I concur. I mean, it's the making of a trap game, but I think that loss in Orlando taught us a lesson, and I don't think we take them lightly. I expect a big win, and I expect us to close the game out better, that being a point of emphasis.
Yeah, and that's, I'm looking at my keys to the game, and we're going to go over those a little bit later, but a lot of my keys are almost the same as the last game with the Raptors. I mean, almost exactly the same. We didn't protect our lead. Our execution in the fourth quarter was iffy, coming down the stretch. So those are some things that are likely going to be on my keys to the game again. Take a quick look at the starting lineups. You got Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. For the Raptors, Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr. I'm not exactly sure how to say Svi's name, his last name, so I'll just say Svi. I'm assuming that he may come in and start at that small forward spot. And then you got OG Anunoby at the power forward and Precious Achiuwa at the center spot. Right? Steph, I want to talk about this Kemba Walker and Fred VanVleet matchup. Fred VanVleet, he's a good shooter. He's crafty. He doesn't have blazing speed. I think that Kemba should be able to stay in front of him. Two smaller guards. I don't know. How tall is Fred VanVleet? 6'2"? Somewhere around there?
He's thick, though.
He is.
He's thick.
Yeah, he's a girthy guy.
He might be 6'1".
Okay. What do you think about that matchup, Steph?
I think it's going to be interesting. Kemba Walker is playing well for us now. He doesn't really need much of a screen to really get his shot off. And VanVleet has really stepped up. With Lowry not being there, he's playing very well. And you're right, he's not very fast, but he knows how to play the angles and kind of get to the basket and finish over people. So actually, that should be a good matchup. I think it should be even. I think it should be about even.
Even matchup.
But Kemba is going to have to guard, though.
Exactly.
Both of them are going to have to guard.
Exactly.
VanVleet is used to that, though.
Right. Kemba's definitely going to have to guard. He can't let him free out at the 3-point line.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if Fred VanVleet, I don't know what their matchups have been in the past, but Fred VanVleet, because he is a little bit bigger, can't use his body when penetrating to kind of bump Kemba out the way and get to the cup. I think Kemba's going to be all right. If Kemba continues to shoot from the outside, it's going to put the same exact pressure on Fred VanVleet. So, yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think they should be able to, X each other out maybe.
Yeah, so, Sim, I read something earlier that basically what you said is true, because I believe head-to-head matchup, Kemba averages about 19 points and Fred VanVleet averages about 18.
Against each other.
Against each other, so it's about to cancel out.
Yeah. I can see it being a cancel out. Now, the one thing that maybe Fred VanVleet has over Kemba, I don't want to say the 3-point shooting, especially this year, but those facilitation skills, maybe he has a little bit more than Kemba Walker. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's about the same. It should be a good, fun matchup to watch. Fred VanVleet this year is averaging 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists on the season. And he is shooting, as soon as it comes up, 41.7% from the field and 33.3% from the 3-point line. That's Fred VanVleet right there. Tony, any thoughts on that before we move on to the next matchup?
No, I agree. I think it's at least a wash. But if I'm gonna give an edge to anyone, it's gonna be Kemba. So, but yeah, I say a wash.
Okay. What about, and I'll stick with you, Tony, Evan Fournier, Gary Trent Jr.?
Again, at least a wash, but I'm gonna give it to Fournier. Trent is a pretty decent defender, but Fournier is a legit scoring threat, game in and game out. So I don't think he stops Fournier. And he's not the offensive threat that I think will just give Fournier problems on the other side. So I'm gonna go with Fournier in this matchup. I won't even say a wash. I'll say edge Fournier.
Yeah, I think it's an edge Fournier. Gary Trent Jr. is averaging 13.6 points per game, shooting 37.1% from the field. He's shooting 35% from 3. He's averaging 3 rebounds a game, 1.1 assists per game. He's a good player, good defender. I think that Evan Fournier is probably the all-around better player. I don't know if he's better defensively, but I think he's probably a better player than Gary Trent Jr. He's definitely a bigger part of our offense, I would say. Evan Fournier right now this season for the Knicks, he's averaging 17.5 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. And he is shooting for the season 43% from the field and 45% from 3. The Knicks got a bunch of guys that's shooting well from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Steph, what do you think about that matchup?
I think Fournier wins that, but I will say with Scotty Barnes being out, Gary Trent may be a bigger part of the offense. So Fournier is going to have to keep his eye on Trent. He's going to have to guard him. I mean, Gary Trent is quicker, and if he gets hot, it's a whole other story. But right now, up to this point, he really hasn't been shooting that well.
Right. And that's very true. When somebody is out, it always leaves room for somebody else to step up. And Svi may be one of those guys that steps up. If he finds himself in the starting lineup now, he's averaging, 15, 16 minutes a game or something like that. In his previous game against Indiana, he played 22 minutes. He had 16 points. He shot 60% from the field. He shot 50% from 3. 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's a guy that could find himself in the starting lineup tonight with Scotty Barnes out, and he'd be matched up with R.J. Barrett. I'd give that edge to R.J. Barrett all day, But he is a guy that R.J. Barrett's going to have to really defend. I don't know what the scouting report is on him, but he's going to have to defend him, make sure he's not out there, hanging around the three-point line, ready to knock down threes, and we don't need any surprises from Svi.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we got to make sure that we're on our game with Scotty Barnes being out. Isaiah, any thoughts on that matchup, Svi and R.J. Barrett?
I thought, what's great? I thought, is OG a power forward now?
Anunoby? I mean, see,
Yeah.
Here's the thing with OG and Scotty Barnes on the floor. They kind of they're the same height, same size, right? So they can go back and forth. And when you look at when you take a look at where they're listed from NBA.com, Scotty Barnes is listed at the small forward spot. OG Anunoby is listed at the power forward spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, because what I thought I came from. I thought it was gonna be RJ and OG versus each other, but no, yeah, with the other guy, no, I do give the edge to RJ. I think RJ these last 3 games has been in a very good spot, scoring wise and defending wise. And again, right, I love the energy RJ had after the 35-point game. He said he still played bad defense, which I love to hear from the kid. I think he likes to play against Toronto. Man, this is his team. I think he's going to play hard, and I think he's going to do a great job against them. So I'm going to give the edge to RJ. Like I said, he's in a very good pocket right now. I think he's at I think he had 17, 19, and 35, something like that. The last 3 games. So he's in a real good space right now. So I'm thinking big things tonight for him.
Yeah. Now, and listen, it could be that R.J. Barrett guards OG Anunoby. Depending.
I would love to see that, Sim. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, depending on what Tom Thibodeau wants to do. Does he want to go with, he could go either way. It could be RJ or Julius Randle. It won't be Evan Fournier. It could be RJ or Julius Randle guarding OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
He may, who knows? And they could be switching back and forth. You know what I mean? It's switchable.
No, there's definitely switchable because to me, I'm not going to lie. When it comes to competitive stuff like this, I just really want to see that matchup, RJ versus OJ, because I think they got similar games when they both want to be two-way players. And OG's been really good this year so far, scoring wise. And I think the offense finally caught up with his defense. And I think, for me, I think it's reverse for RJ. I think the defense is finally catching up to his offense. So again, I mean, you're probably right. It's probably gonna be Randall and OG most likely. But again, I would love to see that matchup with RJ and OG, man. I think it would be a good matchup with 2 young guys that are aiming to be kind of the same kind of player. So I would love to see something like that.
I think you're going to get a chance to see it throughout the game. There's no doubts about that. You'll get a chance to see it throughout the game. Tony, your thoughts?
Edge RJ. Especially
Tony. Who's gonna get the edge in Toronto, man?
Do they have it?
I don't think they have an edge. I don't think they have an edge in this game. Especially with the 2 main guys out. I was really looking forward to see RJ and Barnes go head to head.
Yeah,
but
I was looking forward to that.
We're not going to see that. So with those 2 guys out, like I said earlier, it has the making of a trap game. But I think we've already been in that situation. It's still early. I don't think we fall into that again. Not right now.
We said that before the New Orleans game too.
I mean, we definitely did, but we won, right? So
we won.
We fell into the trap, but we won. We still pulled it out.
So, I don't think our next loss comes until it's a real formidable contender at this point. So
they're coming up. I'll say that. You know what I mean? They're coming up. Starting tonight, we play Cleveland next game, right?
No, we play is it Cleveland?
I think
it is Cleveland.
I think we play Cleveland next, and then we get into some tougher competition. But Cleveland's not a slouch either.
Nope.
Not at all.
You know?
Oh my God,
not
Sim.
cheaters.
I don't want to talk about it too early, but that kid Evan Mobley, man, woo!
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Sim. That we're gonna if Noel don't play that game, I think he's gonna be sorely missed. But I mean, we can't look past Toronto yet. So.
We're not looking past Toronto because Toronto's probably better.
Oh, Sim, it's the Pacers, Sim. No,
Oh, it's the Pacers. That's right. That's right. It's the Pacers. That's right.
It's the Pacers, Bucks, then the Cavs. Lord have mercy. We trying to get all the dubs already before we get to the Cavs.
You see what I'm saying? You see how easy it is for us to look past the team? How easy do you think it is for players to look past the team? You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, you know, we got such and such on this day. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's the Pacers. I knew something was off there. It's the Pacers. But and even taking on the Pacers, they're not playing well right now, but at any point in time, they could turn it up and start to play better.
Right. I think Sam, we're not playing our best basketball. We're winning. I still don't think we're playing our best basketball. So I don't think we can look at these teams and be like, oh, we better than them. I mean, we're 5-1, and I would prefer to win while we're working things out, and that's what we're doing. But we can't overlook that there's some areas of the game in which we're not playing well. So I don't want us to get too sucked into this 5-1 record and just think that, oh, we're going to beat everybody. No, these teams, you know, they're not playing. There could be teams, put it this way, that's playing better than us and losing. There could be teams playing better than us and don't have as good a record as us, you know, because it's coming down to the last seconds or what have you, and they're just not closing it out. So to me, any of these games on the schedule, we got to be prepared because we're not, at least up to this point, haven't been playing our best. So we can't overlook anybody.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. We just can't do it. You know what I mean? We just can't do it. Julius Randle and OG Anunoby. Steph, hopefully RJ, you know, continues to play the way he's playing. But, you know, we're at a point where we say, hey, we need a game from you, Julius.
Yeah, listen, any other time, Julius has the edge, no doubt about it. Which Julius are we getting today? That's the question. Last game, he didn't seem that engaged to me, and I'm not sure what that was about. If we get that Julius, Anunoby may get the best of him, you know. But if we get the Julius that we know, I think he gets the edge. But either way, Anunoby is going to make it tough for him. He's a very good defender. And you know what I noticed? When players play Julius tough, instead of him playing his game, he try to bully them and push them and use that. Like, relax. Like, just play a game. You should be able to score over whoever. So, and Anunoby is a tough defender. He'll make it tough for Julius. However, if it's the Jules we know, he should have the edge.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Isaiah, any thoughts?
I'm gonna go edge OG.
Wow.
I'm gonna do that because the Randall that we've been getting, it just hasn't been. I'm sorry to say, it just hasn't been there. I think, to me, when I see where Randall plays, I still see him not fully. I don't want to say he's not trusting, because he's trusting Evan Fournier and he's trusting, and I think he's trusting these guys. But I just feel like he's trying to figure out his role with the newer team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's still trying to figure out when should I be ISO Randall, when should I be facilitating Randall, because these last couple of games just hasn't been there. You know, again, I'm not saying he's been disengaged with the team, but I feel like with the lower competition, he just feels like he can just, you know, switch it on anytime he wants. You know, and I think that shouldn't be the way he should approach the games. But I don't know. I just feel like
I'll say this. I think the previous two games to New Orleans, he flirted with a triple double. You know, it's hard to argue with flirting with a triple double.
No.
Then in the previous game against the Pelicans, he only took 9 shots. So I don't think he's looking for himself. He is trying to figure out, okay, how does all of this work? But then you had RJ going. I mean, I think you got to give him some credit for saying, I'm going to step aside and let RJ play. But of course, you know, we want to see Julius Randle. You want to see both of them playing well at the same time.
No, of course.
You know what I mean?
But I don't know. I just feel like for me, it just when it comes to Randle right now, I don't know. I'm not saying something's off, but it just feels like he's still just trying to. It's hard to put in words what I'm trying to say. It's just, I don't want to say it's not something's missing, but it's I don't know.
Yeah, something is off. I just think it was last game. I just think it's just been, one game. And I think it was even before RJ started going off. And I think he's trying to find his rhythm between, when do I, just pass it out? When do I, go for, try to get baskets myself? 9 shots is not going to get it. And that was way before RJ started to
That's true.
to go off. So I'm just gonna chalk it up to just one game, and let's see, what his energy is like tonight.
Yeah. But I do think he's trying to, figure out just the continuity of the team. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Just the continuity of the team. When do I take over? When do I say it's not time for me to take over?
Right.
Because we have, all of these different weapons on the floor. And he's still getting this quasi zone defense when he has the basketball, which, sometimes forces him to give the ball up to somebody else. So he's got to figure out how do I defeat that? You know what I mean?
And to be fair to him, Sim, besides the year with Anthony Davis, this is probably Julius. Well, talent-wise, no, because he played with Kobe and all them. But I would say mature players that know what they should be doing, and with Derrick Rose on, this is probably the most constructed team he's ever had. As far as his NBA career so far. Because, the year with Kobe, that was just a disaster. And then Anthony Davis in New Orleans was just a whole nother thing. So to me, this, again, this is his most competitive kind of team that he's been on so far in his NBA career. So I think he's really trying to figure that out because, again, when he was with the Pelicans, he led the second unit. When he's with the Lakers, he was what? The third option? Behind Kobe and D'Angelo Russell. Maybe Brandon Ingram, so he was the 4th option on that team. So, again, I think, and then on the Knicks team that he was on, he was the first option, clearly the first option. So on this end, he is the first option, but he has so many people that he could defer from. So, again, I still think he just, like you said, he's trying to build off that and learn when to take over, when to, be that guy. So, it's still a learning process, and we're literally only 6 games into this thing. So, it's all good.
Yeah, I think it's, it's all going to work out for the best. Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achiuwa. That might be a fun battle to watch. Josh, what's popping with you, man? Any thoughts on that matchup right there?
Ooh, y'all, sorry I'm late. First and foremost, Isaiah, I just want to say you should be ashamed of yourself. But
I should be ashamed of myself.
I'm not going to get into. I'm going to answer Sim's question first because he came to you.
Okay, Mr. Controversy.
Okay, so obviously I think it's Mitchell Robinson here. I think Mitchell Robinson, he did struggle last game against Jonas. No question about it. Jonas was dogging. He's probably the best year since he's been in the NBA. And he dominated that matchup last week. But I don't think Precious Achiuwa is on that level. I think Mitchell Robinson can definitely both guys can rebound, but I think Mitchell Robinson can win the rebounding battle. And I think that there's going to be some opportunities for Mitchell Robinson to get the lob today because Precious Achiuwa is a smaller guy. I think that the Knicks are going to try to get into the paint. And Mitchell Robinson's going to be there to clean it up. So I'm going to go Mitch 100%. As far as the Julius Randle thing, listen, this guy is still almost putting up triple doubles during games. Just because he's not scoring, he's still finding ways to be effective. I do agree that the last game he, kind of was mentally out of it a little bit. But even then, his ability to pass and draw the double teams is what's allowing us to get these open looks. We've been having a lot of open looks the entire season. Some games that we're not hitting them, we're just missing shots, to be honest with you. So I think Julius Randle is still that dude. He's still the number 1 option on his team, no question about it. And I think that everyone that is losing faith in Julius Randle right now, please don't.
Who's losing? Oh my God! Who's losing faith, Josh? Here you go.
I'm blaming it on Jace. I blame it on Jace. And if you don't know, that's his son, newborn son. Congratulations to him. Blaming it on Jace. He's probably not sleeping yet. So, and Mrs. Randall, she don't care how many games you got. She's like, listen, you're going to get up and help me feed this baby 3 o'clock in the morning. So, what I mean?
Hey, Sid, but you know what, Sid? I mean, I don't have a kid, so I don't really know. But, that actually could be a good thing, man. It could be a good, good take. The kid might be just.
It's not out of the question. You still got a life to live, right? It's not out of the question.
Hey, Sim, can you ask Josh if he still want Ben Simmons for RJ Barrett? I'm still curious about that.
Ben Simmons is a better player than RJ Barrett right now.
Well,
we're not even gonna get all into that. You can say that for something else. We're gonna stick. We're gonna stick with this game preview, man. Let's take a look at.
Can I just?
Yeah. Go ahead, Steph.
What I will say, and it's going a little bit under the radar, is Mitch hasn't been playing great. In the 6 games, 3 games he didn't have double-figure rebounds, and in 3 games he didn't register a block. So I'm sure there's reasons. There's reasons for it. He's still getting back into shape. This, that, and the other. But we still haven't seen peak RJ. I mean, not peak RJ. Peak Mitchell yet.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Hey, who you got, Steph, in the matchup?
No, I still have Mitch.
Okay.
But I'm just saying he hasn't been playing.
I just want to clarify. I also have Mitch. I'm going to go out and say he has his best game of the season tonight. And he might have his best. He might have a career game tonight. Okay. And not saying whether it's points or rebounds or blocks, whatever, but in some aspect, I think he's going to have a career night.
Okay. And of course, this is going to require people to look for him. You see him and RJ Barrett really developing some good chemistry. Him and Evan Fournier have developed a little bit of chemistry. It's going to require people to look for him offensively, for him to have one of those type of games. He did have I don't know if he had 14 points, but he did have a 17 rebound game. Early in the season, he did. Yeah. Between the two teams, the Knicks are averaging 117 points per game. The Raptors are averaging 103.7. I'm not taking or putting any stock in that because the Pelicans came into the game averaging 102 points per game. And they scored 117 points against us. All right, so I'm not putting any stock into that right there. The Knicks are grabbing 46 rebounds. The Pelicans 48.4. The Knicks are averaging just about 24 assists per game. You said
the Pelicans or the Raptors, son?
I mean the Raptors. The Knicks are averaging just about 24 points a game, and the Raptors are averaging just about 20. 7.7 steals for the Knicks, 11.1 for the Raptors, 6.3 blocks for the Knicks, 3.6 for the Raptors. Both teams are low turnover teams. They average about 13 per game. The Knicks are shooting 46.5% from the field, and they're shooting 40.7% from 3 so far this season. The Raptors are shooting 42.6% from the field and 32.5% from 3. The Knicks, I still think they need to get their free throw shooting up. They're averaging 72.9% from the free throw line, while the Raptors are averaging 74.8% from the free throw line.
We should be in the 80s.
We should be. As far as fast break points, the Knicks are averaging 11.7, which is just about 12 per game. That's a big jump from what we did last year. Last year, we were averaging 7 or 8 fast break points per game.
It was a struggle, man.
It was a struggle. Second chance points, the Knicks are averaging about 13.5. The Raptors are averaging 17 second chance points per game. So we need to watch them on those offensive boards.
Yeah, box out.
Yeah, but then they're averaging 46.3 points in the paint while the Knicks are averaging 44. Of course, one of their top guns, Scotty Barnes, is not playing. He's their top rebounder as well. He averages 8.9 rebounds per game, but he's questionable for tonight.
He's questionable? I thought he was out.
He's questionable. That's what's on the report right now, that he's questionable.
Hey, Sam, I can't front. You was right about that kid during the summer, man. You was right about that kid. That
nice,
kid,
man.
There's some. Did you see the meme? There's a meme going around. They say, "Please don't tell Scotty Barnes he's a rookie." And someone said, "Don't tell him he's a rookie," because Lord have mercy, the way that kid's playing is amazing right now.
Yeah,
I predicted he was going to lead them in scoring this season. As a rookie, I predicted that.
I don't know if he's leading them right now, but he's
like
averaging 18. He's averaging 18 points per
He
game.
should be the clear cut favorite for Rookie of the Year. He should be the clear cut favorite for Rookie of the Year.
Well, I mean,
right now.
we're still
Well, I
just
mean,
5
if it
games,
was
6 games.
early-
Let's see what's going on 35 games from now. You know,
I'm not gonna lie, Sam. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see him play tonight. I know it'd be better if he didn't play for us, but I want to see that kid play, man.
you're gonna get a chance. The Raptors are in the Atlantic Division. We're gonna get a chance to see him play. Probably
That
won't
kid-
be tonight though.
That kid is nice, man. He's nice.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah. Can I say this? Sim, our offense, our pace actually is back down to where it was last year. Like 27, 28 or whatever, but we're still one in the league, and that's because we're very efficient offensively, right?
Right.
But what's scaring me is that, offense is something that comes and goes. Sometimes your shots is falling, sometimes it doesn't. So I just really want our defense. It's pretty good if you're just looking at field goal percentage, like you were saying, Sim, and 3-point percentage. But just overall, I just want it to get better. So it's something that we can lean on when our shots are not falling.
Right. We'll see if we continue to shoot as good as we're shooting, but I agree. We're not always going to have these, shoot such a high percentage every night. There's going to be some nights when we're off. And we're going to need something to lean on those nights.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. My keys to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, do not relax with the Raptors' injuries. We said this again. We said this in the previous game with the New Orleans Pelicans. Don't relax. The Knicks came out, jumped out to a lead, but they couldn't hold it. They naturally relaxed throughout the game. The Raptors are not a team to relax against because they got some guys who've been to the dance. They know how to get it done. You relax against them, you might end up losing this one. Exploit matchups. If we have matchups to exploit, let's exploit them the right way through ball movement. And then take advantage of those matchups if we can. If you can't, don't force it. Let the game dictate where the shots are coming from. Ball movement. Keep the basketball moving. They're an aggressive defensive team. So if you keep the ball moving against an aggressive defensive team, you might be able to blow past them on the third pass. You know what I'm saying? Because they're aggressively closing out at you. You might be able to go past and get it, something at the basket. So let's move that basketball. We need to play some lockdown defense, man. Right now, we're about 20th in the league in defensive rating. Now, that's defensive rating. But when you look at opposing teams' shooting percentage against us, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It is.
I think we're in the top 10, maybe the top 5 in holding teams to a low field goal percentage. And I think even the top 5 in holding teams to a low 3-point shooting percentage. I'll go back and check that out.
I think it's like
when I'm done with
15,
this.
but
15,
it's still
15? Okay.
It's still up there.
And then we've got to protect that lead. Fourth quarter execution, protect the lead. There was no reason that Pelicans game should have came down to, a 1-possession game with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Protect the lead. Fourth quarter execution. I wonder if what they haven't gotten used to is that teams are going to come after them because they are good. So when they play against the Knicks, they're coming at them with everything that they have because they recognize them as a playoff team. And now with their record being 5-1, even though it's early in the season, other teams are looking and saying they're the top team in the Eastern Conference right now. Let's knock them off. So they've got to get used to people coming at them and not giving up in games against them.
Yeah.
And
Sim, the thing is with this team, right? This is a team that has the making of if you don't play hard in the fourth quarter, they're gonna easily come back. You have championship players on this team, literally championship players on this team.
Mm-hmm.
You have a championship head coach. So you being lackadaisical in the fourth quarter, giving them and we talked about it. These previous games would be us being close in these games, but we should put them away. This is a game that if we don't put them away, we're gonna be real mad at the end when we come on the show. We're gonna be real mad about the Knicks gave this one up because we play. No, man, you gotta with a team like this, you gotta play hard for 48 minutes. If you don't, listen, these guys have high caliber NBA championship players on this team. They're not gonna go away if you punch them in the mouth.
Right.
They're not.
Right.
They beat the Warriors. They beat the Warriors. They're not gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna just lay down. So you got to play hard.
Right. The Knicks right now are giving up 42.3% to their opponents in field goal percentage. That's 5th in the league. And as far as 3-point percentage, they are giving up 33.7%. And like you said, Steph, that's 15th in the league. It's still, although that's still a low number.
It is.
Still a low number. It just shows you, right now, early in the season, I mean, you got the Utah Jazz who are only giving up 24.9% of threes. Minnesota's giving up 27.7%. The Wizards, 27.9%. The Nuggets, 29.6%. How much of that is going to change later on, we will see. We'll see. But those are my keys to the game. I don't know if anyone has anything that they'd like to add. Josh, I see you shaking your head. You want to add something there?
Shaking my head, and I agree with you. But the one thing that I would like to add, Nick Nurse is a phenomenal coach, right? Like Isaiah said, championship winning coach. He does a great job of game planning for teams, right? And I think that we're going to see a lot of zone this game. So a key that I would add is being able to break the zone, having, Julius Randle, Taj Gibson, Mitchell Robinson get to the middle of free throw line and be able to move the ball effectively and get some open shots against that zone. Because I think Toronto is going to be phenomenal at running it. Toronto is 5th in the NBA in opponents' points per game. They're 7th in the NBA in defensive rating. This is a really good defensive team. Really good.
Yeah.
And I expect them to be really good defensively tonight. So we got to be able to move the ball and be able to break the zone because we're gonna see it a lot today. So that would be my key, being able to break the zone.
Yeah, no doubt. Big shout out to CT Pittman. Thank you for the super chat. He said, tonight is a bigger test. Last season, we started out good and was feeling ourselves, and we dropped some winnable games. Tonight, we see if we can cross another hurdle. We started the first few games and we lost, and then we hit a little bit of a stretch and we won some games. So I get what you're saying there. Yep. And then, we went through some stretches up and down last year, up and down, up and down. I'd like to see us have the mantra this year that we don't lose any more than 3 in a row. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Don't lose no more than 3 in a row. That's a difficult task, but it could be doable. My key matchup for tonight is Julius Randle and OG Anunoby. All right, Randle's averaging 20.8 points per game, 11.2 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. He's only shooting 41% from the field right now and 33.3% from 3. He's hitting 82.4% of his free throws. Anunoby's averaging 18 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and he's shooting 38.7% from the field and 35.7% from the three-point line, and he's shooting 87.5% from the free throw line. I think, right now, these are probably the 2 best players on their respective teams. Along with this matchup, I think I would also add in there Kemba Walker and Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
I think those are probably the 2 key matchups of the night for the teams. Now, if Scotty Barnes was there, I think I was going to go with R.J. Barrett and Scotty Barnes if Scotty Barnes was playing. But since he's not playing, I'm looking at this here. Any other matchups that you think are going to be key? What about the bench?
So I was just about to say that. I think we got the clear advantage with the second unit. I'm going to go out the limb and say, I'm going to say Amari quickly gets out of his slump. I think Amari Quigley's going to have a good, decent game. I think he could get 14 points on good efficiency tonight.
I mean, we keep giving our bench the edge, but a lot of our bench is not playing that well. Right. So on paper, we have the edge, but Rose has been playing well. There's been some games Burks played well for us. Obi's had some games that he's played all right, but have we looked? Obi's minutes is back down to 12. 10 to 12 minutes a game. So as much as he would be great for us, I don't know if he's playing enough minutes to even really give us what he can give, right? And then IQ is not playing well, right? So we have the better bench on paper, but are they going to really, how many of them are going to show up for tonight's game?
Right, because, Obi's kind of, over the last couple of games, after a hot start with the first two games, is kind of going back to some of the same production. I'll say production, not exactly play on the floor, but production that he had, last season. We'll see if he's able to maybe step up his play a little bit, or if Julius Randle's not going well, maybe Tom Thibodeau will give him, a couple more minutes. I don't think so, but I would say it's not out of the question. Although I do agree with you, Steph. And then, like you said before, when teams have a bench that's not as good, then that means you normally have one or two starters that's playing with the bench.
Is Goran Dragic playing?
I don't know if he's playing right now. I think he's. Let me take a look and see what he's been getting throughout the season. I'm not exactly sure. That's a good question.
I know, because I do remember he wasn't a big fan of going to the Raptors, but I don't know if he's playing or if he's injured. I haven't heard anything about him, honestly.
I don't.
He played early.
He was playing early.
He was playing early in the season. I know that.
Okay.
I don't know why he's not. If he's not playing, I don't know why or how long he hasn't been playing. But
let me bring the injury report back over here.
First couple of games, he definitely was playing.
Well, I don't see him on the injury report.
Oh, so he must be playing. Okay.
All right. Don't see him on the injury report. But when I look at their previous game versus Indiana, let's see what's going on with him. He didn't play. Coach's decision.
Oh, wow.
Coach's decision. He didn't play versus Indiana. So
I think at this point, Malachi Flynn's the better option anyway.
Hey, Sim, before you go to the next subject, can I just say one thing?
What's that?
We have 460 people, but we have less than 150 likes. Come on, guys. What are we doing? We got Jaws, Uncle Fulio. We got Tony Crow, Blackest Time. We got me, Big Bubba, cooking with Sub-Zay. We got, come on, light skin Sim. Come on, man. Let's get these likes up.
Since he gave everybody a little moniker, yo, Blackest Time, light skin Sim, we might as well. Might as well give him the theme song. Might as well hit him with the theme song.
Yo, Sim, I promise you, man, I don't live that far from you. I won't come down there and rip that computer out with that horn. Listen, keep playing with me.
That's all I got to say. That's all I got. That's your theme song. Get used to it. Love it. Like it. Respect it.
Yeah, all right.
It's your theme song. I got a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen, before I got to get to practice. So give me a call, 516-405-2246. I expect the Knicks to win tonight. It's my expectation. Tony?
Oh, for sure. I think this is a game, like I said, I think Mitchell Robinson has a breakout game. I think Randle reverts back to his normal self. Maybe nothing crazy, but I think he's going to be efficient tonight at the very least. I'm looking forward to RJ continuing what he's been doing the last two games, probably being the leading scorer tonight. I think it's going to be a statement win, honestly. I really feel that. So yeah, I'm going Knicks win big.
All right. And Big Bubba, Wellner Martinez said embrace it. He just told you embrace it.
First of all,
embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace it.
Yeah.
Josh, any your prediction for tonight?
I'm gonna say the Knicks win, but I'm gonna say this game is gonna be way close, another close nail biter kind of game. I think it's gonna go kind of back and forth. I don't believe the Knicks will shoot well tonight. I believe we're still having some issues with that zone defense, but I believe we have enough. Based on the players that we have enough to get over the hump. I'm gonna say New York Knicks 108 to Toronto 101. I think we hit some free throws down the stretch, and we get a 7-point win at the end of the day. But I think it'll be way closer because of our lack of shooting and their good defense.
Okay,
great defense.
All right. Big Bubble?
Yeah, I think tonight, listen, the 75th year, first game ever played. Actually, historic fact, a black man hit the first shot for the Knicks. He made the first score of NBA history. I forgot the brother's name, but it's a cool little fact. It's going to be a tough game. I think Julie, shut up, Tony. I think RJ is going to have it's Black History Month, Tony. No, I think RJ's gonna have a good game. I think Julius Randle's gonna have a lot with OG. I think OG's gonna have a good game too. I think May Quickly's gonna have a good game. But at the end, I think it's gonna everybody's gonna have a good game.
We about to blow these jokers out.
Listen,
according to you.
I think the final score is gonna be 120 to 110 Knicks.
120 to 110 Knicks. Okay, I can deal with that. 120 to 110 Knicks. I can deal with that. Let me get to a phone call right quick. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, this is the Game Day pregame show. It's the Game Day pregame show. Make sure you go check out the Game Day at thegameday.com. You can go to the description to the link in the description of this video to check out their website, check out their YouTube page. They're going to give you the most up-to-date content for sports and all the betting odds that you need. They have a lot of good content on their website. I think the next time we do this show, I'm going to show you their website so you can understand what's on there. A lot of good NBA stuff on there. You'll enjoy it. So make sure you go check them out, thegameday.com, ladies and gentlemen. And let me get to a phone call real quick. Got a couple of them. Time for a couple of phone calls. And then we'll get up out of here. See if we got the call on the line. Call you live. What's poppin'?
Hey, what's up, son? How's it going?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Can't complain. Shout out to the chat, everybody in the chat. Shout out to Isaiah for those epic sales. Consistent with it. Key, right?
Come on, man. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, bro. Come on, man.
Word. I appreciate you being on the show, bro. Keep selling. Yeah, man. I think it's a W tonight. The panel, made some good points about, closing out games. I like the agenda you put up, Sim. We definitely have to protect those leads. Can't get laxed out there. But I think we'll be fine. I'm not worried about it too much.
I mean, I think we're going to be fine. I'm a little concerned about, just a little bit concerned about the game because, Toronto is their team with some experience. You know what I mean? If we sleep on them, then we could be in trouble. I think the Knicks are going to win. I just don't want us to sleep on them. That's all.
Definitely. We can't. I will honestly say this, man. It's the NBA. We shouldn't be sleeping on anybody. That's why we lost that Orlando game.
True. We shouldn't be sleeping on anybody.
Anybody is capable of getting a win,
Right.
So I do agree. And also, I like the point you made about Randall's newborn. I believe that's the case as well.
Yeah, it can happen with anybody, man. That's anyone who's had a child. You probably know. You know what I mean? You probably know. So, but I'm hoping that he comes back and
help or something like that, man.
What'd you say? You said hire.
They got to get some hired help or something, man.
Oh no, they got hired help now. Come on now, he makes too much money.
Nah, yeah, you definitely right. They need somebody on that night shift though.
Listen, there's a lot,
bro,
Kareem. There's a lot of people in New York, man. I think they'll find somebody.
That night shift, I'm telling you,
without a doubt,
night shift is
the
brutal,
night shifts are rough, man. It's rough.
That night shift.
Kareem, why don't you do it,
Kareem?
Kareem?
When the kids they eat, bro. I'm telling you, how the kids eat every 2 hours, right, Sam?
Yeah.
If
Right.
you let's say you put them, they finally go to sleep, bro, and that 2-hour point is in 15 minutes. That baby is waking up. I'm telling you.
Word, I'm telling you. For
It's
real.
not missing no meal.
Nah, it's not. Hey,
Hey,
I tell you
Kareem,
what.
I'm
hey,
telling you, Kareem, you need to do it, man. You need to be the babysitter.
they pay me right, I'll do it.
Yeah,
They pay me
man,
right,
without
I'll
a
do
doubt,
it.
man. Like definitely, they probably because he looks like he's tired. He looks like he doesn't look fatigued from a conditioning standpoint, but he looks like he's lacking sleep.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, Kareem, man, I appreciate your time. I got a couple of people I want to try to get to on the
Shout
call.
out to the chat. I appreciate you having me on, Sam Isaiah. You know it's love, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Did you guys see the new City Edition uniforms?
I like them.
It's fire, man.
I like
They
them.
fire, man. I don't know what they about to cost, but I'm not gonna get the whole uniform. I at least need a jersey though.
Hey, I think they're probably gonna be like a
That's
buck 50, buck 70.
They're gonna be more than that.
You think so? You think they're
Yeah.
gonna be more?
Yeah, they're gonna be more than that.
Now, them,
Tony,
I
you
can't front. I can't front. Them black joints is crazy though. I was like, dang, them
They're
just
gonna
as
be more
hard,
than that.
yo.
Them joints tough.
Yeah, they're gonna be 250. I think.
Yeah.
250. Oh my God, Jesus.
I mean,
I think both the jerseys at the NBA, the classic and the City Edition jerseys, both of them are fire.
250. Oh man, that's.
They're like, you want to go to the game or you want to look like you playing in the game?
yo,
Listen, I put that uniform on. I better get a couple shots in there. I'm telling you right now.
They costing something. There's no doubt about that. They gonna cost a little something.
You know what's crazy? They come out November 15th, and it kind of sucks because I know it's gonna probably sell out the first day.
Yeah,
I think the site gonna crash. Honestly,
them joints are selling. I don't know if I'm buying one on the first day. I got to see how much they cost first.
man. But you know what's crazy though, Sam? If you don't, man, it's probably gonna be on back order until Christmas because especially by the time November 15th, and we still got a running record. Oh man, you can forget about it. They're gonna sell out.
So they go on sale November 15th, and they debut on the 23rd. The Knicks will wear them on the 23rd on the court.
Now, did you see the court thing though?
Yeah, the court.
Yeah,
You see the court?
Yeah, I
that
seen the
jump
court.
gonna be hard too.
yeah, I seen the court. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be dope. Let me get to a phone call here. Caller, you're live. Tell me your name and where you're from.
What's going on, man? It's your boy, Mr. Moore from the Bronx.
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm all right. I just want to touch base on what I spoke on last time when I called. The team needed, offensive identity. Do you see what we accomplished when we passed the ball to RJ?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot. My man had like a 3-second mentality. Either he was going to dish it or he was going to score. No indecisiveness. He knew what he was going to do.
I agree with you there.
That's a big improvement from his first year, his second year, and now his third year. He's doing that. Julius was already deferring from the second quarter. So you already seen like, yeah, this man didn't really have it in him.
Right. Now, I agree with you 100% right there, man. RJ, and excuse, I don't know what happened. It looks like you cut off a little bit, but I agree with you. I think that, RJ did a good job scoring the basketball. He didn't cut off a little bit, cut off, but looked like RJ did a good job scoring the basketball. He was quick with his decisions. When he just made the decision, I'm either going to go or I'm not going to go. And he was rotating to all the right spots. If somebody else was penetrating to the basket, he fade out to the corner. Right? Or catch the handoff. He was on point with it. I got to give it to him. He was on point with it in the previous game. And I expect him to continue to be on point with it. You know what I mean? Let's get Steph back in the building.
Yeah, mic problem. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Steph, did you get a chance to see the new City uniforms?
I did.
You like them?
I like them.
Yeah.
And for a minute, I thought they were like the throwbacks to when Spreewell was playing. But I think when you look at all of them, for a lot of them, they took some elements of like the older traditional uniforms. But yeah, I like them.
I give it to the social media team because I think they do. I think they see a lot of the comments. I do agree with you, because I think for a long time, I think a lot of fans wanted the 99 playoff jerseys back. But like you said, I do think they took elements of the last year's and the 99 jerseys, and they put it, because them black joints, woo!
They look nice. Did you see the Pacers? Man. Pacers look good. There's a lot of them that
I hate
Houston
to say it,
Rockets with the pinstripes, so they really did a good job with that.
I hate to say it, the Hawks joints look crazy. I hate to say it.
But they used to have, when what's his name? Steve Smith was playing, that's what the jersey they had with the hawk on it.
That yellow is crazy on that Hawks jersey, and I hate to say it, I really do.
Yeah. Steve Stout.
Yeah. Nice.
Shout out to Steve Stout.
Yeah. I'm sure I don't know. I haven't checked the website yet, the NBA store yet. But I'm pretty sure they'll be up soon enough, and we'll get a chance to figure out how much they're actually going to cost. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to head out. I got to be to practice at 6 o'clock. I'm going to head out of here. Any last words before I get out of here? Josh, I'll start with you.
Yes. So I expect the Knicks to win tonight. I think it's going to be a close game. I do want to make a quick announcement. Down here in Charlotte, obviously the Knicks are coming here on November 12th. I have a suite, and I'm looking for one other person to join me inside that suite. So if you're interested, anybody down in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, South Carolina area, please message me on Twitter, Uncle Julio, or on Instagram, Uncle Julio, and we can be able to talk about it. November 12th.
Nice. Tony?
Appreciate you, Sim. I'll be live in about 25 minutes, 6:05. Panel, you're welcome to join. Shout out to the chat. Yo, Black is time.
Big Bubba?
Bing bong. Knicks win.
That's it?
Bing bong, baby. That's the culture right now. We're in the bing bong culture, baby.
Steph, any last thing you want to add?
Yeah, Knicks win. We got to do more than show up, though. The Knicks win. And Queens Court tomorrow, 8:30. Still Knicks fans will be on. And another guest. Looking forward to that.
All right. And one last thing. The Knicks were 4th in the NBA power rankings this week. 4th.
Nice.
See if we can climb that ladder to number 1. The Miami Heat were number 1.
Wow.
Yeah, Miami Heat.
Yo, Miami Heat, Sim? Oh, my God. Yo, that's not even funny how they got get better, yo. That's not even funny.
Yeah, and they don't even have a deep bench. When you watch them, you just holding your breath. Like that's how tight the defense is when you watch them.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head up out of here. I appreciate you. Remember, this has been the Game Day pregame show. All of your most updated sports content and betting odds. Make sure you check out thegameday.com. A link is in the description of the video. You can also check out the link to their YouTube page. Give them a like. Subscribe to their channel. Check out all the good content that's on their channel, ladies and gentlemen. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. We're out of here. Be peaceful. I'll catch you tonight at the post-game show. Make sure you check out Tony Crow coming up in just a few minutes. Mount, ladies and gentlemen. Be peaceful. Spread love.
This is MBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.